Yeah, welcome to the channel. This is another video I've been contemplating of. This is a process of my structure to my character designs. Um, most of the time, I just start with a head structure or a body gesture just to get a feel for what I like, and then most of the time, I um just build off of what feels right. Um, yeah, most of them comes good and it's out right. Some of them comes out kind of iffy and weird, but I still keep it in because you can't be perfect all the time. Um, but I've been contemplating this video because I don't know, at this point in life, I've been just trying to build a a bridge in myself between um, what's what's going on in my head and how I project it outwards. Um, lately, I've been I've been drawing and stuff, but lately, um, working on uh social aspects in my life um, has been a a newly self discovery. My my younger days, I've never was a social person. I had friends that, yeah, you went to school with, but other than that, um, I only seen them in school, and like we were good friends. Some of them were good friends to this day, but you don't really um, hear from them that much. Um, and just growing up, I was always a standoffish person. Like, I was always cool with people, but um, at the end of the day, yeah, um, you always at the end of the day you was always by yourself. Um, and growing up, I really do believe that affected me to where um, I don't, I don't, I don't build or or how would I say like the keeping connections with people. I don't that faith, that hope. I don't have that. I've never had that feeling of having that someone that you are comfortable with as much as they are comfortable with you. That's always been a golden ticket for me. But like growing up, you've seen people have that. I've always wished I've have that, but um, I guess it's certain aspects of life you got to work on to have that, and certain bridges you got to jump to just have faith. But yeah, at my early in my early 20s now, I'm realizing that um, yeah, um, part of part of working on yourself is learning how to build connections and making connections thrive. Um, Art has always been part of my life, but at this point, um, um, I'm good at it at the point where I want to start making stories and stuff. That's why that's why the struggle of posting and speaking is part of the growth I'm trying to overcome. Um, right now, um, things are going well. Um, Working on the book, almost finished with it. Uh, got more money coming in soon. Yeah, and like the start of the video, I kind of made a mistake of like kind of zooming out too much. Um, and I might skip to um to zoom it in. 'Cause this was like a warm up. That first one was just like a warm up I wanted to do before I started on that character design. I'm gonna skip. Um, yeah. So now zoomed in. This is my process to my character designs. Um, yeah, most of the time I just start off with um, like a structure. This one I'll link to Pinterest for like clothes designs. Um, 'Cause I really do like that African um, suede, wavy, loose clothing they have. So, yeah, I have to start with the head first and the angle just to know if it's gonna be a 3/4 view or a upwards looking view. Jeez. Um, yeah, most of the time, I don't, I don't really have an approach. I just see whatever feels right. But most of my art um, are are much more anime esque type of thing. Uh, More into the comic style though. Um, I like drawing black characters and females, um, powers and stuff. I like the concept art, like um, like visual storytelling of like working with perspective to create a story. Um, but I think this character was supposed to be like I was trying for like a like a sorcerer or something. You have like a little cylindrical object that teleports him places and stuff. Um, yeah, so mostly I just start with the body, erase it a little bit, um, start with the features. Um, I do like drawing black characters, and I'm trying to get my skills of drawing a much more diverse black hairstyles and stuff. I really do like that. Um, Finishing it up a little comic. Um, I like to do it traditionally. Do have a tablet, but it's hard for me to draw on the tablet. Um, Most of the time, I draw on my sketchbooks, um, and I think I'm almost finished with this little first comic I'm about to put out. Um, I think it's about what 18 pages or 15, which is nice for a first comic that I've making or that I wanna, you know, expose to the world, um, which is nice. I do feel accomplished. Will feel accomplished when I finish it. Um, Hopefully, or the aim is to finish it before the year of 2025 ends. Um, I'm currently 24, living in Miami, Florida. Um, yeah, I've been drawing my whole life, but I've never really um, aimed or yeah had an aim about it until a couple years ago, like I was 22. Um, yeah, speaking is not my strong suit. Like that bridge between my mind and what I say. Um, yeah, can be closed. Um, yeah, because I do have like some good story ideas, which I which that can probably be like a conduit to what I'm to what's in my head. instead of speaking. But speaking is and projecting your thoughts is something you have to work on to move forward in life, and that's what I'm doing. What I'm trying to do right now. Just hearing my voice is just weird because for the past couple years I've been quiet for so long. Um, Even as a kid in school, I was never the one to speak. I had friends that I just spoke to every day, but other than that, um, as you start getting older through middle school and high school, yeah, I started to notice that just people just you just start to notice that, or even for me, just for me, that life, that I was just going through life on a whim. I really did not have an aim towards life or anything else. I was like living in like a limbo. And when I got out of high school, when I graduated in high school, I went towards college, and then I spent 2 years in college studying one degree. Then I switched, and yeah, just eye opener during that 2 years. Uh, Now just been working on my intellect. Now it's season of working on my speech and projecting thoughts out to whoever may listen. Um, yeah, yeah. At this point, I think Pinterest been helping me find like clothing. I do like the Tibetan clothing of the traditional robe, and the African loose clothing. I want to combine that with like an Afro um, Afrocentric style design. Um, I started a um, another story idea I was thinking about of like an underground city, and there's a little girl who's um, who's it's not revealing too much. But yeah, but there's an underground city, and then um, something happens to where um, mutations start to go around, giving people certain abilities and stuff, and just spider webbing like stories throughout that main thing is a good way to like is a good way I was thinking to start a story. Um, but I don't want to go too big on my stories because that's when I like start to overthink, and I like to keep it short. Um, Short stories, so you can just push them out. You don't want. I don't feel too attached to them, and you just know that the next one's is going to be a little bit better, and just keep going like that. Um, Yeah, but at this point, I was just trying to figure out what that arm wanted to do. I really did not know. I was just experimenting. Eventually, I just fixed it. Yeah, as going through the face, I kind of I wanted to know that I wanted his face to have like a sort of calm look, like look what I got here type look. Um, yeah, I drew his head kind of tilting up and looking down at you, kind of. Um, the hair, yeah, I knew I wanted to have his hair like afro, like a freeform walk afro type of thing. Um, I knew I wanted to get him tattoos. Um, but even then, I knew I was struggling with that arm. I just needed to find a good angle to where I can fit his arm to make the character flow, I guess. Yeah, so eventually I just made him hold the little teleporter cylinder thingy. Um, yeah, yeah, maybe he's like a wizard or something. Um, yeah, most of the time, Pinterest, like the clothing, helps me build characteristics of what I'm drawing. Um, that really helps for character creation and character development. All right, the character design is coming to an end. This is my wizarding character with a teleporting cylindrical device thing. Um, Once I stop contemplating, I'll start posting more. All right, well, bye.